What if a pair of harpy eagles were dropped into the treacherous Himalayan highlands? Could this apex power couple slaughter their way through the undisputed macaque troops of the East? You are apex reapers from the tropical rainforest. With a wingspan breaching 7 feet and the most terrifying talons of any land bird, this cross-ecological biological suppression against the local primates begins the exact moment you touch down. The emptiness of a long journey burns your chest like hellfire. Extreme starvation is frantically gnawing at your nerves. Your cold, ruthless physique desperately craves high purity, warm fat and protein to reignite the fire of life. Piercing through the crisp, clear alpine air, your eyes lock onto the low canopy. A troop of adult Tibetan macaques, used to running wild and unchecked, is gathering noisily. They have absolutely no idea that the sky has just changed hands. You move. Without a single whisper of your wings, utilizing a short, broad wingspan evolved specifically for navigating dense woods, you turn into a gray ghost. Slicing through the gaps of ancient pines at 50 miles per hour, you strike. In a fraction of a second, you directly pin the patrolling male macaque to the branch, your massive talons instantly crushing its skull and spine. You carry the heavy corpse deep into the canopy, tearing into the warm flesh alongside your mate. As the high-calorie organs hit your stomach, your depleted stamina instantly maxes out. Standing on the carcass, preening your blood-stained feathers, your fierce gaze coldly sweeps across the mountain. The climate here is a bit harsh, but the abundant prey makes this a boundless, natural granary. Half a month flashes by. The richness of this land feels like paradise. Every 3 days, a macaque perishes under your talons. As the breeding season approaches, you decide to establish a fortress in this new territory. Atop an ancient fir on the steepest precipice of the sheer cliffs, a massive nest of thick branches rises. Your mate lays an egg, and you take turns incubating. Finally, your chick hatches. This little life looks fragile, but its appetite is a bottomless black hole. As the chick grows, its food intake skyrockets. To protect the nest from the vengeful macaque troop, your mate must stand guard day and night. You, however, are reduced to a relentless macaque hunting machine. One macaque every 2 days becomes the absolute baseline to keep your family alive. Summer in the highlands brings dense, sunlit canopies. This doesn't hinder you at all. Your specialized facial disc feathers capture and amplify the faintest noises. Juvenile macaques sneaking around the nest are completely exposed by your acoustic targeting. Relying on the acoustic dampening structure of your feathers, you achieve a near-invisible, silent glide. You abandon complex aerial maneuvers. Instead, you strike swiftly from the shadows, directly pinning the targets to the ground and snapping their bones instantly. You haul another twitching corpse back to the nest. Watching your mate tear off bloody strips of meat to feed the greedy chick, you turn around and glide back into the forest. The slaughter continues. Autumn arrives. The chick's size explodes, requiring pounds of meat daily. Catching small monkeys is no longer enough. You must target the most massive, meat-heavy alpha males in the troop. You lock eyes with your mate. A flawless, unspoken synergy takes over. This is your first display of a perfect, coordinated tactical formation. Your job is low-altitude assault and intimidation. The massive wind pressure and killing intent sweep across the treetops. The terrified males panic, instinctively fleeing toward the exposed, sunlit cliffs. They fell for it. Just as they run out of ground, your mate, circling hundreds of feet above in the clear sky, even larger and more massive than you, unfurls her wings of death. She folds her wings and dives straight down. With a single, devastating strike, she directly pins the alpha male to the rocks, her talons instantly crushing its skull. Endless streams of high-protein meat are hauled back to the nest. In this forest, you two are the absolute law. A freezing winter descends upon the highlands. The mountains turn into a harsh, icy wasteland. Food completely vanishes. Driven to the brink, the desperate macaque troop, led by an old alpha king, goes completely insane. They scale the icy cliffs, attempting to swarm the eagle nest, using their sheer numbers to extinguish the only bloodline of the sky's masters. The chick shrieks in panic. Your mate beats her wings, holding the front line. You, carrying old hunting scars from autumn, are enraged. In the freezing, crystal-clear air, a father's instinct forces you to forcefully take flight. Riding an updraft from the valley, you shoot straight up. The moment the old Monkey King looks up in terror, you directly tackle him, your furious talons flawlessly ripping out his throat and snapping his cervical spine. The old king's corpse becomes the vital reserve that carries your family through the barren winter. In the harshest season, you used absolute violence to defend your blood. Spring blooms, the snow line retreats. The chick in the nest is fully fledged, its size now rivaling yours. Standing on the edge of the cliff, facing a sea of clouds, it throws open its massive 7-foot wingspan, completing the first flight of its life. You and your mate circle high above, coldly watching the spectacle. This is its trial. The fledgling locks onto a solitary macaque in the valley, tucks its wings, and dives into the bright forest. Though slightly unpolished, the terrifying grip strength inherited from you effortlessly snaps the target's spine upon impact. Watching your child fly toward the distant, uncharted primal forest to claim its own territory, you turn back to your mate. Gliding back to the cleaned-out giant nest, you preen your feathers. You are ready to welcome the next breeding cycle.